All right, so here today I sort of wanted to talk about this and kind of go over pretty much that, yes, if you guys currently hate the meta, there is some good news, I guess. You can play something else that has a potentially worse or better meta. Depends, right? Because I was looking through this and talking with some of the homies, right? And it does seem that with some of the abilities in the game here, some abilities are basically banned and not allowed to be used or not functioning in the newest mode, where they just don't work, pretty much, right? Then I'm going to show that to you and kind of establish what that means. And on top of that, some abilities are like 10 times stronger than you would ever think in this newest mode, and this is why the meta itself will be very different in how this mode is designed and such. Because again, a lot of characters lose very core parts of their kits because those things don't function anymore. And that's why these characters may be less used, and a lot of them might be less used, because remember, they're losing one entire ability when it comes to the mode. So today, I wanted to show it to you. New to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. If I forget anything down below, please let me know. But today, we're going to jump into this and have some fun. Here we go. So, what am I talking about over here? It's about the new mode. In the video that we've gotten for the new mode here, there is a lot of different breakdown points that we sort of even tackled yet or gone into, but I'm going to try to establish every single one in this video today, so I don't got to talk about this again. But where it stands is this. If you do check out the new mode, and you do check out some of the trailer points, it clearly does show that, yes, in this game mode, special actions and abilities are all active. Players were saying maybe they ban special actions or don't allow special actions because not every character can theoretically use a special action. But in watching the trailer, it confirms a few things. First, watching the JP trailer, it's confirmed you start off with 444 on your levels, making it an even competition across the board. A lot of characters need 444 to start because they get their best abilities by that point, right? Where players need to get 4 cards ASAP. For example, some characters like Mirio need 7. No, all characters get 444 across the board. Beyond that, when you are looking at it, if you look at the special action use, it is allowed. Special actions are allowed in this mode, and I'll show it to you in a second here, because we literally get to see on the JP version, boom, give it a second, boom, a special action is used. Special actions are allowed, which means some of them can't be used at all, because another functionality removed in this mode, just so you know, is shown right here, and that functionality is, drumroll please, yes, they have removed down but not out. That is no longer in this game mode, which means every functionality, every ability in the game that correlates to down but not out is pretty much removed. It's banned in this mode. You can't use it. You saw it. Instantly, 2 characters died here. There is no down but not out. That is removed in this mode. So again, who's affected? Pretty much, you can't use Deku's special action. Doesn't work. His is a pickup special action. It does not operate. You can't pick anybody up. Tenya Ida, no special action. Tsuyu Wasui, no special action. All Might, special action reduced. Remember, comparatively speaking, Monoma is god tier in this mode because you could use his special action and have fun. You can swipe and use their special action or grab their abilities and everything. He's gonna be like eating so good here because every 5 seconds he'll have a new kit because there'll be 10 times the amount of people on his team next to him. And on that, you know, there's enough characters to swap with on the enemy team. You get like the full selection. You get the entire roster in one game pretty much most of the time, right? But All For One, on the other hand, he can't do anything. Yes, his Gamma ability is god tier, but he loses his special action. He can't steal a quirk skill set. They have to down for him to steal a quirk skill set. Dobby doesn't get a self-revive. There is no reason to run Dobby self-revive. Yes, though, on the other hand, the vice versa is true. Both for All For One and Dobby, his Ring of Fire is probably going to be busted when it comes to this mode here. And All For One's Gamma is probably going to be busted when it comes to this mode. There is no doubt about that. Over here, Himiko Toga, her Bloodsucker doesn't work, so again, you have to get blood by the Gamma. There is no clones that you can create during this mode. Cementos can't revive anybody during this mode. Ibarra can't revive anybody during this mode. Kurogiri can't teleport anybody. That doesn't work. That doesn't function. But what are the abilities that are buffed? What abilities are going to be god tier in this mode? Because in the JP trailer, not the global one, the JP trailer kind of showed off more of the meta, and they exactly thought who would be really crazy. So for example, just loading in here just to show it to you. If this were to show it, give it a second. Loading in over here just to show it to you. These are the characters being run here, and on my list, these are the characters that I was thinking was going to be crazy after seeing the initial gameplay. For example here, Tech Toto is eating so good off of this patch, it's not even funny. He is going to be one of the best characters in this mode. He has the most abilities in the game to be spammed and how quick he can spam them, and the most ability for crowd control. He is buffed to all hell. If you like Tech Todoroki, he is god tier in this mode. Shigaraki, 1,000,000,000%. You gotta touch point. If he's there, you can't touch point. Keep that in mind. Now, Dobby as well, leaving traps in a very small area, it's going to be good. His Gamma is going to be good. 10 out of 10 character, no doubt. No doubt. Over here, whatever it is, I still think Compress is insane. I've opened that up as well. Compress is very good on this map for 3 reasons. Ready? His Gamma is a big Gamma, plus that after effect, blind the opponent for a little bit would be pretty nice, and have opponents shoot through that smoke. Second, his Reflect. Remember, most of the time Reflect is like bad because most players aren't aiming at you. In the midst of all this chaos, and there's like 3 people fighting against you, you put that Reflect up, most of those attacks are hitting them back. And then also his Alpha has the most amount of like also crowd control. It just blinds you. You have trucks being thrown at you. You're not seeing much, right? So it's blinding you and creating a little havoc on the screen. He's going to be so good as well. And then obviously All for One. These are all very good characters. So on JP, they were definitely cooking. They knew who the good characters were and sort of who to use. But I did open them all up on my own to show you like what I think are going to be really good. Aizawa, I know players are saying like, oh, but he's a single out character. Like pull somebody and single them out, which in this mode, very hard. Like Shinso might suffer a little bit because if 3 players are jumping Shinso, not much you can do on his combo. That's sort of the thought process, right? But with Aizawa, his special action, remember, he can blind. There's no minimum of how many players he can blind. If they're in his sight, he's blinding them. Theoretically, if they're all pushing 1 point, let's say 4 players are, he's blinding 4 players if he looks at them. Let's say 6 players are on point. He's blinding 6 potential players. He, if anything, is having the best special action buff here because he can blind everybody on the team at 1 point, and you can just destroy them, correct? In this mode, meleeing is there, but remember, you have to get to their face to do that, and Aizawa, right, keeping you back with the erasure, you know, and then also the pressure on the field, it's going to be pretty wild, but obviously, All for One's Gamma is going to be so freaking good for this, it's not even funny. Sadly, again, his special action obviously can't be used, but there's no quirk you can take, but his Gamma, I think, is enough to do that. Mirio and the new Mirio are going to be eating so good in this mode, it's depressing, because with this over here, the amount of sort of pressure and like, you have walls everywhere. Every single place in this game is a wall, and the ability to just jump through those walls every 5 seconds is going to be the most annoying thing in the world. And on top of that, if you have his tuning ability, the new Mirio's tuning ability, imagine you get cracked most of the time, you'll just be spamming that too. So I don't know how fun that's going to be in this mode, but yeah, Mirio's going to be eating very good here. Because again, he'll just be bouncing through each player, right? Like most of the, again, you saw the points. They have a lot of walls. Compress, as mentioned, we already talked about that. This can be good, this can be bad. Because in some areas, it's clear you can Gigantify. That's clear. In some areas, you can't. But it looks like the ceilings are tall enough that she can. And if she does, she is definitely pressuring a point very well. So maybe that's why they nerfed her. Because again, dude, being gigantic on that point and stomping will be so good if you can live through it, right? Let's say she's there and All for One's there. You're dodging one of them. So one of them is going to eat, correct? One of them is going to get their kills off or their damage off. Tomura Shigaraki, obviously speaking, every effect that he has is a, again, damage effect. On the other hand, though, his special action doesn't work. He can't collapse any structure. No structure exists. He can damage them, but he can't collapse any structure. So keep that in mind also. Denki will be eating good. We saw that. He can get as many players as possible on his alpha. He can literally burn all the bullets in his alpha just like that because he'll be able to line up, what, 3 or 4 players. And that's, again, through this over here. Electro Trident. If he just stays back, he can just beam them. Over here, tracking bolt will be pretty good too. Letting your whole team know where they are. And also booby trapping the point. And obviously, if there's 6 players on point, you'll dash through each 6 of them. All 6 of them. Will be the craziest clip ever. If somebody gets that, please, I need it. All Might, just by raw pressure, and also his Arizona Smash will be very good for this too. Yeah, I do think that Shigaraki will be good for this too, just because, again, of the after effect and everything associated. It should be pretty solid. Endeavor will definitely be eating because of how much AoE control he has. It's going to be freaking god tier. Mirio too, because, again, he'll be permeating half the time. And sheer counter, if you don't trigger it, someone will. And same goes for Kendo. Kendo's going to get max gammas 99% of the time because you might not be the moron, but someone on your team is going to hit him or hit her, right? And if that happens, she charges up her gamma, or her beta in this case, sorry, beta, and then she's just going to annihilate you. So they definitely knew what they were doing when it came to this mode. And it's like, whatever it is, if you were to look at it, yeah, some of the god tier meta characters that are already there are living. But you have to realize too, Shigaraki players consider him pretty mid, or like just maybe good. He's going to be god tier in this mode. There's no doubt about that. Players say that, yeah, Tech Denki's much better, but I also think that Rapid All Might players like sort of say he's not that good. He'll eat good here. Mount Lady as well. Mr. Compress as well. Mirio, whatever it is, yes. All for 100%. Shota Aizawa 1 billion%. And I also think that Kurogiri, they did it for a purpose. Kurogiri and his teleportation, so this first lasts for so long. Also getting a player, so let's say, oh god, they're taking Alpha, and you have comms with your Kurogiri, and your Kurogiri teleports you to Alpha. Think about that. From beta, he shoots you to alpha to take care of alpha. He'll be so good in this. Again, warping between each location. That's another thing to take a look into. But Shadow Hunt also, being able to, oh, I'm at beta, I'll scout out alpha. Oh, players are coming, let me teleport the team to alpha, or take myself to alpha after scouting. But again, a lot of characters will be definitely taking up some of the buffs here and just kind of being good here. And whatever it is also, yes, I mentioned Imbara would suck because of her alpha loss, but her special loss, but her alpha, imagine how much, right? It's a very long alpha. Imagine you'll just beam 6 players in a row. If they all line up accidentally, you're getting good damage. 3 players line up, 2 players line up, whatever it is, good damage. And then also how much range her beta has, and her again, obviously gamma. Whatever it is, Cementos building walls to protect your team would be annoying for the team, but it will be annoying for them as well. I don't know about Twicey. Himeko maybe dashing through all of them. Red Dobby, I didn't mention that. Red Dobby sort of got a fall off, players say, so he'll definitely eat good over there. Suyu's there, maybe she can pop off too. But yeah, Red Dobby, if he gets his gamma off and he like basically nuts on point, he's nutting very well, and it's gonna be it's gonna be hell, literally, dude. Hell of a nut. But yeah, let me know what you think altogether. Let me know what if you agree or disagree with some of my points here. What I forgot to mention, no, I wanted to mention this earlier in the video, but I didn't show it. Imagine who's gonna be eating good here. This is like my thought process. Overhaul with a heal build, running heals. Could you imagine? Like, bro, he would be downing players like left and right and just mass healing every 2 seconds. It would be like lifesteal galore. This would be like the craziest build possible. And he would eat like the most out of anybody possible in this entire patch. Obviously, Amajiki with his gamma and such would also eat very good, but Momo and her cannons, how dare we forget? The cannons would be insane. Imagine the crowd control. Imagine the crowd control. Oh my god, it would be crazy. Kendo, whatever it is with her shield, holding the entire point down for your team. Maybe if Hawks gets all the dashes through, that would be crazy too. But yeah, I think that a lot of characters have like so much potential here when it comes to this mode, and I think that they might have cooked. That's all I gotta say. They might have cooked. All right, take care, have fun. Let me know what you think. Yeah,